Yes, sir. We are back. What is good, everybody? Want to welcome y'all to another episode of Bros Talk MMA. I'm your host, Utica, undeniably the illest cat around, aka Mr. Make This Pick Real Quick. I'm here with my bro host extraordinaire.
You know what it is. It's RayBuck. It's Chuck Jordan. It is Ray Mysterio Jr. It is the real Dookie. Because I'm really the shit.
Okay. Alongside my other bro host extraordinaire.
Guaranteed, Mr. Paper Chaser, Mr. Money Maker, Mr. Let's get this money right now.
Woo, yes, indeed. I feel good about this episode, y'all. I am feeling so good. We have a pay-per-view going on tomorrow. It's going to be in New Orleans. First time back there for the UFC in like a decade or, plus. It's going to be, the BMF title on the line, but more importantly, it's going to be the send-off for the legend of the lightweight division. Started out as a featherweight, but then gradually moved up to the lightweight division. Has vied for the title multiple times. And once again, just a legend of the sport, fighting his opponent for the third time in his career, going for the three-peat, trying to goose egg him for a whole career. We have Dustin Poirier going up against Max Holloway for the BMF title. We actually have 14 fights on this card. Before we get started,
Like it should be.
Any thoughts, gentlemen?
I'm really excited about this because there's a lot of people. I was watching the morning show, Morning Combat. There's so many people putting on this facade like Poirier hadn't already done this already 2 times.
Yeah.
Both of them, neither one of them are the same fighter they were 10 years ago. But nonetheless, this is, for as far as explosiveness, I do not want to be in there with Poirier. I saw him at the weigh-ins, and he looked sharp.
Yeah.
What do you think about that, Ray?
He looked diesel as fuck. I'll give him that, bro. Like, he looked fucking shredded to the nines. Like, he's ready to probably like 1% fucking body fat, if that.
You think you'd make Ariel Helwani moan like when he saw Rampage Jackson's abs? You seen that? You think he's got them type of abs?
I didn't see that, bro. Like, that's wild work, my guy.
He flashed them abs and Ariel Helwani went, Fucking Jackson's like, yeah, this is over. You hear him just say that?
Yeah,
this
like,
is over.
Did you just go,
Now, Cam, real quick, I'm not seeing us.
Yeah, no, we're there, bro.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure, bro. Look at we're right now with it. We gotta be live.
I'm just saying. Oh wait, let's see. Boom. Oop, maybe I'm in the wrong thing.
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
You're in our account, man.
Oh, she said I see you. Okay, so yeah. I got confirmation. My bad. My bad, bro.
All right. Well, hey, no, you know what? I'll take the confirmation. Things running very smoothly here. So thank you, for the heads up, letting us know that we're here live. So yeah, once again, covering this pay-per-view card going down tomorrow. Send off for a legend, 14 fight card. We're going to start things off in the women's flyweight division. We have a representative of Louisiana going up against a Brazilian.
Shit.
We got Carly Judice going up against Nicole Kalari.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Darren, bro. You have a representative of Louisiana in the building, bro.
Why didn't you say that?
That's what I meant.
Interrupting, our flow and shit.
No,
when you just right page.
When you just said it, my bad. Whatever. I'm tripping. It's fucking Modelo time.
Fool. On your behalf, man. Louisiana,
Hey, man, shout out to Louisiana, man. Let's get this in.
Yeah, no, beautiful place. I love Louisiana. One of my top favorite places to go visit. You can literally, as soon as you cross the border into that state, you can feel the history and the energy. And then when you get there, it's nothing but party, but also just a lot of community and just, good people out there. So, shouts out New Orleans. We got Carly Judice, who is going to be that Louisiana representative, going up against Nicole Kalari. We got Judice coming in. They're 1-1 in the UFC, 4-2 overall, and 3-2 in their last 5 fights. We got Kalari coming in. They are 0-1 in the UFC, 8-3 overall, and 4-1 in their last 5 fights. My pick is going to be with Kalari in this one by either decision or sub. They're going to be the older of the two by a couple years, smaller in stature, well-rounded and evolving in their skill set, but definitely is going to be leaning into their grappling for this fight. Only thing, I feel like in their last performance, they did really good. It was just that they weren't able to get, the grappling to, go for them in a dominant fashion. So then, they started losing steam, weren't able to secure takedowns anymore, and were then too tired to really land anything significantly on the feet. So if they can, avoid long-standing exchanges with Judice, potentially get their grappling going early, and if not, just figure out a way to just not let, Judice touch him up over 3 rounds. I feel like they can get this in the bag. I feel like I said, they showed a lot in their last performance that I believe that they're evolving overall. They got time. Judice is going to be the younger and bigger of the two. A volume, technical striker that can find knockouts if they present themselves. No real grappling. The cardio, they have it because they've definitely got decisions, but they've also had decision losses with that. So they just need to keep this fight at distance, move around the cage, and avoid any grappling exchanges with Kalari. Who we got, boys?
I got Cagliari as well. Her 8 finishes came from subs. I think she probably has equipment to handle stand-up and ground. As to Carly Judas, she just has, some stand-up and some striking. I think, there is a chance Carly Judas can take this with her striking, but I don't see Nicole putting her to the ground without, doing some damage on the ground. I think she's definitely a better fighter. That's who I'm going with.
I agree with you as well. Cagliari is just a more well-rounded fighter. Do I think she's edged out in, not necessarily the striking, but she's edged out in the volume of striking that Judice is going to produce? She's edged out there. Technique-wise, they're dead even. And then the fact that Cagliari does have the ability to submit the shit out of her, you know what I mean, also bodes well in her favor. So I think this is an L for Judice. I think this is a dub for Cagliari. Cagliari or Cagliari?
Kalari.
There's an I in there.
Yeah,
Cagliari.
Cagliari, but it could be silent. You never know.
Fuck that. Nicole's going to get it. We're just going to call her Nicole.
Nikki.
Nicole.
Nikki, we're with you, baby.
We're with you, Nikki.
She's hot, bro.
She is cute.
Finally get some good-looking people on this fucking card.
Hey, bro, I don't generally like to pick the
sick of them
good-looking
putting
ones, bro. I'd be like, your face is too pretty. You don't be training hard enough, bro.
I'm just sick of them loading these cards up with handsome women. That's all I'm saying.
Bro.
Oh, shit. Okay, folks. Moving on to a middleweight bout. We have Bruno Ferreira going up against Jackson McVeigh. We got Ferreira coming in 4-2 in the UFC, 13-2 overall, and 3-2 in their last 5. We got McVeigh coming in, finally making their UFC debut, you know what? We really can't call it until they're actually in the cage and they ring the bell for the first round, because dude's been kind of on ice for a couple weeks now, I believe. Yeah. And not just a couple weeks, but just like a couple fight cards. So beyond that, friggin', getting the call, doing training, all this shit, dude's been sitting for a while. But he's going to be making his UFC debut. He's a perfect 6-0 overall. I'm actually going to be going with them in this fight by decision or KO. They're going to be the younger and bigger of the two. Well-rounded, but outside of that, I don't have too much more info. But like I said, the UFC has been, trying to get them on Carnes and or Alvin, whatever that dude's name was, Hines. Just this is kind of me going out on a limb with somebody who I believe is here to, put their, foot down in the organization and, in the division. I guess, outside of that, I feel like they should just keep shit at distance because they don't want to get into any long-standing exchanges with Ferreira, who's going to be throwing power. Fajeda's going to be the older of the two by 6 years, smaller. Like I said, a power striker with grappling if necessary. He definitely has more UFC experience in this instance. Solid schedule of competition. I just think they might be limited in their arsenal just being a power striker. So I don't really know, like, on the feet, like, yeah, they somewhat hold the advantage, just looking at it on paper. But you never know. Like, I feel like they just throw bombs. There's no, like, real, like, I guess, versatility to, their striking. Who we got, gents?
So I'm going with Bruno Ferreira. Jackson McVeigh, the one thing that bothers me about these 6-0 fighters is they've never had to really deep down in their bag to pull a win off. So you don't know how much damage this guy is willing to take to take a win, because some of these guys have more heart than others. Other than that, I mean, he's a taller fighter for sure. I saw one of his fights. He's winning with elbows and knees. So I think it's going to be exactly that of what you kind of fearing as far as long exchanges. I think both of these guys are about that action. But Bruno Ferreira has the experience. I've seen him go deep in his bag to take a win. He's taking more damage. As far as I know, he's the bigger dog in this fight until Jackson McVeigh could prove me otherwise. Other than that, I don't see McVeigh walking out of this with a dub.
Absolutely fucking not. Bruno Ferreira is going to win this one. He's been under the bright lights. He's been in the UFC for a long time. He has the longevity. Jackson McVeigh is just, wet behind the ears. So that being said, I think he's going to learn today. This is going to be a great fight, to start, but not the fight for him to just come in and mop somebody who's a dog, who's not a dog. When I say dog, I mean, like, this isn't an easy come up fight. Like, oh, welcome to the UFC. Here's our worst fucking competitor. Enjoy yourself. Bruno Ferreira is 13-2. Bruno Ferreira is a fucking beast. He's gonna drop a bomb on you. He's gonna hit you with that first strike, and it's gonna be a welcome to the UFC, like you just got fucking tackled by Ray Lewis. That being said,
both guys are finishers.
They're both finishers.
Yeah.
There's a difference, though.
Oh, for sure.
At this point, Jackson McVeigh is a fucking college competitor. Bruno Ferreira is motherfucking NFL.
I'm just saying this is a train wreck waiting to happen, is all I was saying.
Oh, absolutely. No, it's going to be a beast of a fight. Like, this whole card is great. I like it. I wouldn't say it's my favorite card of the year. My favorite main event of the year, though. I will say that.
A little more so for the hardcores and casuals outside of, like, the main card, mostly, though, like, top heavy towards the main event. But, definitely. It's a solid card. I love that they got 14 matches, Real quick before we move into the next bout, we do got a comment from Manu Fernandez. Salute. Appreciate you, joining us for the show. Poirier deserves to be at the White House, man. If Gaethje loses his next fight in that trilogy at the White House, I like that. Me personally, I'm of the thought that this is only Poirier's last fight if the UFC isn't able to offer him something more interesting than being able to vie for the title. He understands that he's had his fair share of opportunities to vie for the title, so he says that really what is he doing it for at that point? I feel like, money fights are always something to do it for. It's like, who does he generate that money with? Originally, I heard that prior to him signing the line for Holloway, he was asking UFC if potentially he could get in there with Poirier. But UFC was like, they were like, nah, we got other plans for him, so they shut that down. But, I don't think this is his last fight personally. Like, it's his last fight because of motivational purposes. But in terms of conditioning, I seen the side-by-side of him as to, like, this event to just even his last event. And he's more solid, looks better than ever. So it's not to say that he's not still got some gas in the tank. He's just not motivated.
I have to agree with you. Dustin's one of those fighters. He's not one of them gatekeeper fighters. He's one of those guys, if he's not contending for a belt or chasing a belt, that's his main, his drive for this. He does not in there. He loves the fight. Don't get me wrong, but he's not in there for the money anymore. He's got enough money.
Yeah,
he's got the fame. You know what I mean? And personally, I think he should already be named, already suggested there before Justin Gaethje. He's a more exciting fighter, and depending on who you put up against Gaethje, I'm either excited or not excited. Dustin Poirier, no matter just about anybody you put in there, I'm a little excited just because there's a punch of chance of Poirier knocking the dude out and out-dogging him just like he did, Benoit Saint Denis, that young lion that came coming to dethrone him, and got a humbling experience of a guy with just great panic awareness, and that's one of the things in that fight I think we're going to see the difference in the panic awareness is when Dustin starts to feel dangerous, like he's getting knocked out, his feet are flat. I'm sorry, and his shoulders are squared up. He's ready to throw bombs and knock you out, saying, "I'm willing to punch you harder than you're willing to punch me." Max Holloway during that Poirier fight, he started, he was circling left and going back. I don't think he has that panic awareness of when he's ready to get knocked out, of like willing to accept it. Yeah. Poirier has that in him, and I think that's what separates him from a lot of fighters.
If you put Poirier at my bad, Ray. I was just gonna ask, if you put Poirier at the White House, would Gaethje be someone you'd put him up against, or you think there's better matchups?
Way better matchups.
I think there's better matchups, but I'm not going to go into that. What I'm going to go into is, fuck John Jones, you glazing bastard. Please stop spitting and fucking vacuuming fucking Trump, my boy. Got the fuck back in the game, started doing the USADA just so I can fight at the White House in front of my favorite dude. You're a lame-o, bro. I like you, John Jones, and we were on some, or at least I was on some John Jones, non-hate John Jones shit. I had to put a shirt on like that, but that's the most glazing-ass nonsense I've ever seen in my life, bro.
They're talking about putting Conor McGregor on the card. If there's ever been a more undeserving person to be on the card.
So what I heard is what I seen as a headline, which was presented as a quote from Dana White himself, was that the White House card will be the Sphere on steroids, which that's fucking going to be an amazing card.
Hey, they got to be careful. They use that term loosely because some of those guys are going to be taking that shit literally, you know what I mean?
And I'm going to say this, right? I love the idea of the White House card. I think it's ridiculous. It's super American, you know what I mean?
It's why I did have a thought about it, and I was just like, bruh, this is the spectacle of it is going to look crazy, bro. Right? It's going to look crazy.
It's it's some WrestleMania fucking Andre the Giant versus Hulk Hogan shit. I know maybe some of you guys are too young for that shit. So, I don't know.
I think it would be cool to have a Amanda Nunes and Ronda Rousey versus Ilya Taporia type shit.
Yeah, it's going to be big, dude. It's going to be
some 2-on-1.
I'm going to go ahead and give it to your guys in your context as
far as. By the way, both of them chicks are bigger than Taporia.
That's wild. Anyway, I like the card itself, but John Jones, bro, come on, bro, just.
I'm happy to see John Jones on there. With that being said, if you want to be on the card, the best thing that's going to come out of this is you're going to be able to put anybody you want up against him, and he's not going to back out because this is that card.
And I'm going to tell you this: it sounds like it's going to be a UK versus USA card. That's why Conor McGregor was kind of brought up in the conversation, because it's going to be not Brendan Allen, but what's his name?
Who, Tom Aspinall?
That guy. Tom Aspinall versus John Jones. So it's a USA versus UK bullshit. And so they're trying to do...
That would be a terrible card. I hope they don't fucking do that.
That's what the goal is. That's what I've heard at least.
There's not enough UK
I'm not Dana
fighters
White, and I'm not Dana White's homie either yet, my bro. But that being said, I've heard that kind of going back and forth. And it's kind of it's Independence Day. They want to do it on July 4th next year, right? So they want to do the whole red coats are coming kind of shit. Paul Revere.
Are you sure you've heard this, or are you having flashbacks of our last podcast, bro? This sounds a lot like just like the last
The
episode.
fact.
Real
You heard that? Like you heard somebody said, "Oh,
Yes.
and it wasn't
My
me."
boy. It wasn't you.
Because I said that shit. I said shit like,
Cool,
"Oh,
you
the red
said it.
coats are coming."
Solid.
You sure?
Uh-huh.
All right, I'm just making sure, bro.
Bro, I've literally
Sounds-
seen that like online, right? And we can't believe everything that's online, but it's something that's been said.
Okay.
Whatever, bro. Anyway, stop glazing John Jones. You're still the GOAT. We can move on now.
All right. Thank you, Manu Fernandez. Much love to you in the chat. Any more questions, feel free to drop us some questions in there. Shout out to the 5 folks it says that are watching. Much love to y'all.
Yeah, thank you.
Moving on to the heavyweight division. We have Ryan Spann going up against Lucas. I guess this dude's name is Dresky instead of Bretsky. It's like Dresky. That's how I heard Anik pronounce it at the weigh-ins. But
Brzezinski.
yeah, but Anik, man, I gotta follow Anik because he be doing the in-depth shit. So if he pronounces a name a certain way, I know that like he actually like asked the fighter and they're like say it like this because that's how it was like with a lot of people were calling Carly Judice, and like, apparently it's Judas. I was like, all right,
I've
that's
never
wild.
seen a silent R in my life.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like,
Well, that's a B, that's a D. So, like, get rid of that line and fucking round it out a little bit. Anyway.
guy in the middle looks like Weird Harold when he comes out of the TV art from Fat Albert.
Wow, bro. Oh. Wow, bro.
Hey. That just means my hair looks very good right now. That's what I'm going to take that as. It looks so good. It looks like an animation.
Queen Angel, I gotta say to you, bro, you aged yourself. Because, like, I know what it is. Like, so I know what, like, I'm obviously that age as well, but that's an aging kind of thing, bro, to be like, Fat Albert, bro.
I actually thought it was about to be a Hey Arnold reference, but then I realized that the dude's name isn't.
I was like 20. That was a 20-year older of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But shouts out to you, Queen Angel in the chat. Much love. We got Ryan Spann going up against Lucas Brzezinski, Brzezinski, Zesty. We got Spann coming in 8-6 in the UFC.
No Diddy.
22-11 overall and 1-4 in their last 5 fights. We got Brzezinski coming in, or Zesty coming in 1-5 in the UFC, 9-6 with 1 draw and 1 no contest overall, and 1-4 in their last 5 fights. I'm gonna be going with Spann in this one by decision or submission. They're gonna be the slightly bigger of the two, well-rounded in their skill set. This will be their second fight at heavyweight. They got dropped in their debut, so in this one, I feel like they're definitely trying to give him somebody to just like, yo, man, we're trying to help you out here.
Yeah.
Like, we're really trying to throw you a bone with this one. You got to make it happen, though. So he just needs to mix it up. I think in this one, he definitely needs to lean more into the grappling. I don't think he should sit there and try and, go blow for blow with a dude that's pretty much a true heavyweight or at least has more experience there. Don't get me wrong, like, his record doesn't say that he's done much either, but he's still in there with these guys. He has the experience. He knows what it feels like, whereas Spann, he could be getting in there thinking, okay, yeah, I'm bigger now. I'm good. And then all of a sudden, dude lands one on him like how Cortez Acosta did and, puts him on his pockets. So, yeah, he just needs to avoid being compromised because his chin is definitely questionable. Like I said, get this fight to the ground, search for that submission or just just have dominance over 3 rounds and he'll be good. But definitely just needs to make sure he doesn't get his chin tapped. Brzezinski's going to be the slightly smaller of the two in stature. Striker primarily. Like I said, more fights at heavyweight. But at the UFC level, he just may not be of that caliber. But they are giving him somebody who, isn't necessarily of that weight class, so they're kind of throwing him a bone too. So, I just say this is a win or go home scenario for both fighters. I think both can preserve at least one more fight in the organization after this. I'd say Spann could probably, stretch it out a little more. Bretsky, on the other hand, he loses this one. I don't see him with the organization anymore. So he's just going to want to close the distance and, just find a way to tap Span's chin. And I think that's his route to victory. Who we going with, guys?
You want to go next? Or you want me to do it?
Go ahead, brother.
I'm taking Span. Even though it kind of worries me because he doesn't have much of a gas tank, he has proven a little bit more in the UFC as far as being able to hold his own in the UFC. This Brzezinski, I haven't seen this dude. I don't know a whole lot about him personally, but I do know in order for him to get this win, he's going to have to make it past the first round and a half, and then whatever disadvantage he has, whether it's stand-up or takedown, Span's not good for after a round and a half. Even though I took him for the win because he knows what it takes to get it done, I don't see Brzezinski knowing how to finish this fight.
That's a very good point.
Nope. Whispers sweet nothings into my ear, bro. That's a little weird. I don't like that. That was no good. That was no bueno, my bro.
Shouts out Natalia in the chat. Darren looks 3 shades darker today. You been out in the sun, my boy?
Thank you, pretty girl. Shout out to Natalia.
Give me a moment. You know what I mean? Throw some filler content there.
Bretsky, like I said, he's kind of just one of those dudes that he went from, being somebody entering the division to quickly becoming just kind of like the setup guy for highlights and just, other people, because he's going to bring the fight. He's definitely going to, fight Ryan Spann. He's not afraid to fight Ryan Spann. I don't think he's even going to be afraid necessarily to, lose his job. Like, I think he's going to leave it all out there, so it's up for Spann, like I said, to, take advantage of the opportunity, or like I said, he could be fighting for the PFL here pretty soon.
And that being said, at the end of the day, Ryan Spann is going to whip an ass. He's going to whip Lucas Brzezinski's ass. I think you had I'm not sure which one of you guys said, I believe you said it, I think there's a bone being tossed here, right?
What you gonna do to his ass?
Whip it.
Oh my
Whip
goodness.
it good.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know, bro. That was a little zesty. I guess I'm gonna take that back, bro.
So y'all picked the dude.
No, did he? Anyway, bro. Anyway, Ryan Spann for the win. Ryan Spann will.
Ryan, I fight sometimes Span for the win.
Whipping ass. I think he's gonna whip an ass today. To be honest with you, like I just. Brzezinski is dangerous. Don't get me wrong. There is a puncher's chance there, but I think they're literally just gonna jump in a phone booth. And we're going to see what the fuck's going to happen.
There's just a big experience gap between the two.
There is a very big experience gap there for sure. But I don't know. I just can't see Ryan. I mean, we're talking about two fucking, not my opinion, they're not bum fighters. But if you look at their last 5, they're literally both fucking bums. Like, they've each won one fight in the last 5, right? Like,
I wouldn't call anybody in the UFC a bum fighter, but
I will call lots of people bum fighters. I do that shit. That's literally why I'm even on the channel.
I'm just
because
trying
I call
to
people
protect
bums
my
all the
ass.
time. I call them fucking trash cans. I call them dumpster fires. I call them fucking paper bag fucking artists. Like, say all kinds of wild shit.
Expressed by RayBuck.
just RayBucks.
Do not necessarily reflect those of Bros Talk MMA, UTICA, myself, UTICA, undeniably the cat around, or
Guaranteed, please. John Jones, please don't get drunk, crash my car, and fuck me up. I didn't say nothing.
views expressed by guaranteed don't necessarily
Bro.
Bros Talk MMA,
Wild.
myself, UTICA, or
No, I don't agree with that shit at all, man.
Hey, if he gets fucked up or wrecks in the Ray, he's fucking Ray up. 100%.
Bro, for sure, bro. Like,
He's gonna know who you are. I guarantee.
this dude's gonna look like. Have you ever played that one little bonus fucking thing in fucking Street Fighter where they just beat the shit out of a car? Yeah. Like, that's gonna be him, dude, on my little ass fucking car that I got, bro. Like, I don't like that.
Real quick comment from Queen Angel in the chat. Ray looks like T.I. Where's Tiny?
I'd beat those cheeks up, bro. Like, why not, bro?
Yo, we got Cash Cole in the chat. What's
up,
good, my
Luis?
G? Hey, shouts out to you. You know, you called some pretty significant fights last week. You did call the Derek Lewis knockout. And then there was another one that you called. Remind us of that one. But you got that one too. So shouts out to you. But yeah, so okay, moving on, I guess. I think we're all Ryan Spann in this one, even though, you know, right now it's looking murky for both parties.
Bet it's time for a piss break for me, so I'm gonna just go ahead and pass this mic over.
Okie dokie.
Thank you, sir.
Yo, I shouted y'all out on my new podcast. Much love.
Much love, Cashy Cole.
Yeah.
RayBuck
Much love.
says, "What's up?"
Definitely. We, like I said, you know, gonna have to invite y'all on for one of these next broadcasts and stuff. I'll do the thing here where I can literally just like invite y'all beforehand, and then we can just run a whole episode together, something like that.
Yeah.
For sure.
Or we can just send them a link.
Hey, and also put the name of your podcast in the chat, and try and like tag it so that people can click over to it. Make sure you subscribe, and make sure that, you know, watching this right now, make sure that y'all are hitting the like button for this episode so that we can run up the numbers. You know, the comments are dope, the engagement's dope, but literally those likes go a long way as well. We just hit 225 subscribers, so much love to everybody
Thank
out
you so
there.
much.
Really appreciate that. You know, we've been building this up. You know, I may have mentioned this before or not, but I have a music channel. You know, I do music and shit, UTICA, whatever.
Type
We'll get
shit.
to that down the, you know, road sometime, but if you haven't already visited. But I've had that channel for like fucking 10 plus years, and we are 10 subscribers short of what I have total on that
Bro,
channel.
I've had Get Mo on my freaking podcast, on my freaking playlist for at least 12 years now.
My man, that's
Straight
what's
up.
up. I appreciate
My
it.
kids 100% know what Get Mo is. My son asked me what it's like to suplex a chick. I had to explain to him it'll be another time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's down the road.
You know what I'm saying?
Those type of suplexes
Shout
are
out
for
to
adults
Utica.
only, for sure. Cash Cole, yeah, so shouts out Fight Bloodline. Make sure that you go look them up right now. Follow their channel.
He's a 14-year-old phenom. Check him out. He not only does he watch fights, he does his homework. He trains. He lives a lifestyle.
Definitely. So make sure you go check them out and, you know, like their content. Subscribe. Once again, like and subscribe to this channel as well.
Hit the noti bell.
We got another comment from Queen Angel. Darren looks like every white dad off Teen Mom from 2005. Bro, what the fuck? Damn. Hey, bro. Hey, however you gotta handle it, my G. Hey, I understand.
I take care of all my kids.
Damn, wildin'. And yeah, so yeah, shouts out everybody in the chat, bro. We're wildin' right now.
That's fucking belly
I'm
busting
fucking
shit
dead,
right there,
dog.
my G.
Queen Angel, you ain't shit.
Say it again. Oh, okay. All right. Moving on, folks, to a light heavyweight bout. We got Jimmy Crute versus Marcin Prachnio. We got Jimmy Crute coming in there 4-4 with 2 draws in the UFC. 12-4 with those 2 draws overall, and 0-3 with 2 draws in their last 5 fights. That's a wild fucking
This is a
record
soft,
for your
easy
last
fight
5
for Jimmy
fights.
Crute, bro.
You got Prachnio coming in. They're 4-6 in the UFC, 17-8 overall, and 2-3 in their last 5 fights. I'm gonna be going Crute in this one by decision or KO. They're gonna be the younger and shorter of the two. Well-rounded, but definitely likes to just get in there and scrap, you know, somewhat brawl even with it. You know, definitely has shown that dog, which is why he has, you know, these draws here as of recent, as opposed to, you know, victories or, you know, just straight up losses. He has a better strength of schedule between the two fighters. Once again, a dog fighter. Should mix it up more so though, and try and lean on Prachnio and enact a little more grappling as the fight goes on. Energy willing, but like I said, he has that dog mentality, so he'll make it work. He just needs to avoid any long-standing exchanges. I think Prachnio might have the power advantage in terms of just raw power. I think Crute, if he catches you, he can definitely knock you out, but Prachnio is going to just have he's going to swing, and if he touches you, it's going to be bad news. But he is the older of the two by 8 years, slightly taller, a striker. Like I said, outside of what I've just mentioned, I don't got much more info. He's done work in the UFC, but not a lot. Has power, some technique, but nothing, outside of that, in my opinion, that's too threatening. He just needs to avoid, like I said, any grappling that Crute might enact. And outside of that, that's who I'm going with. Is Crute. Australia, stand up.
I'm taking Jimmy Crute again as well. I like Jimmy Crute. I've seen him take some damage and still hang in them fights. He's got the heavier hands of between the two, but I believe Marcin, how you say that? Prachnio has the probably more polished striking. But I don't think he has the chin to withstand a stand-up. I mean, he may have a slightly better boxing, but I think Crute could take more and give it. And Crute's a better counter-striker as well. I'm taking Crute for the win, for knockout, I believe I took for him.
Crack a beer for the best picker on this channel. Talking about myself, of course. That being said, I'm going with motherfucking Jimmy Crute. Jimmy Crute is just a fucking zombie. You know what I mean? He's just going to keep pushing forward. He's going to put volume. His striking is not as precise or clean as Prachnio, but it's voluminous. And
go ahead.
Is that not a word?
I feel like you tried that last week. You said, I think you tried I think you said volumist, and that's wild. I don't think
volume
that ain't a word, but I like it.
Now you put it in?
Volumist.
Not volumist.
And then add an IST.
Sure.
Volumist.
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 Like Harry Potter, like a Harry Potter word?
I'm fucking sick of these dudes, bro. Why they even let them in my house to sit on my couch?
Fuck your couch.
Anyway, that's it. Jimmy Crute for the win. Prachnio is just not going to make it happen. He's too much of a sniper. Too much of a, you know what I mean? He's technical. You know what I mean? He knows what shots he wants to try to drop. And Crute's just going to come forward until he wears you the fuck out. And then all of a sudden he fucking wins. So Jimmy Crute for the fucking win, because I'm the goddamn best picker on the channel. I was 75% last week.
Yeah, you did do well.
100%. You did good last week.
Well, I tied you, so it's fucking we got a game over here too, And Darren, salute to you. It was looking murky for a second there, but you battled back the end of the card. You won out and were able to go even instead of fucking, losing the card. So
last week with some of those picks, from week to week, I usually try to take a chance on some of these guys because they do surprise us sometimes.
Players fuck up sometimes.
I took too many freaking risks in one card, I feel. Yeah. I was feeling too hopeful, you know what I'm saying? I was having a good ride home, and I was just thinking too good about what was going on.
Yeah, if I had not picked Melissa Martinez, I definitely would have had I would have been like 10-1 on the night, but 10-2.
And you kind of knew it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I knew I was going out on a limb. There was another fight too. I can't remember right off the top of my head, but one of the other three, I was like, yeah, okay.
Bro, they shouted me out on the precision tracker for the D-Rod fight. I was the only person that took D-Rod. You guys got to start letting me know when I'm doing this shit.
Shouts out the UFC prediction tracker. Yeah. Go make sure you check them out. But moving on to a welterweight bout, we have Adam Fugit going up against Islam Dulatov.
Fuck it.
We got Fugit coming in 2-2 in UFC, 10-4 overall, and 3-2 in their last 5. We got Dulatov coming in, making their UFC debut, 11-1 overall, and are on an 11-fight win streak.
Yep.
My pick's going to be with Dulatov for a KO or submission. They're going to be the younger, taller, and less rangy of the two. Well-rounded. Don't have a lot of info outside of that, but, this is kind of me going out on a limb. Hopefully, they don't get gassed or let the nerves get to them. And this fight is pretty much just going to be an immediate, statement or fraud check. It's one of the two. And I believe, depending on how they win or lose this fight, depends on, how they, if they even, get to keep their spot on the roster, they could very well just get rid of you, even though they signed you on. They could just, void your contract right after a poor performance.
I believe Dulatov was a waiter. I got put on and started doing this.
I could see him at Fogo de Chao for show or something like that.
He looks like one of the dudes that like to dance at salsa parties and shit. Likes to get jiggy with his hips.
We got Fugit coming in 10 years older of the two, longer but shorter with the reach. Shorter in height, but they have the longer reach. They're well-rounded. They're going to have more UFC experience in this bout. But I'm just going with the young prospect. Other than experience, I really don't know how Fugit gets it done. Like I said, outside of them starting to lean on Dulatov and just kind of withstanding the early storm. And then Dulatov just kind of gassing out and just, getting stuffed on takedowns or, getting reversed on takedowns and, scrambles on the ground. And, possibly, keep, their hands end up being low and they don't really have much to offer on the feet. Like I said, I'm going out on a limb. Fugit very well could, fraud check this dude, but I'm going with Dulatov.
I think I'm going with Dulatov as well. He's a phenomenal striker. His last fight is exciting. Exciting. And I think, he's going to put enough volume on Adam to say, fuck it.
Yeah, I like that. I see what you did there. Cash, go ahead. I know you.
Bro, I want you to you go ahead and read it and feel free to say what you need to say to this man.
What's that?
He just said that you look like a big ass Nate Diaz.
Cash, you don't want to start right now. I could talk about you being a totally different color than your mom, okay? Let's not go there.
Oh, shit, bro. Shit just got real.
She could literally adopt you and they'd be thinking they'd be taking you back.
God damn. Shit is wild. Okay. Fuck it.
Nice try, loose ass. Shout out Cashy Cole.
Shout out Cash Cole, my boy. You really you started something. Anyway, we're going to Fugit and I forgot who the fuck he's fighting. I know I'm going with Fugit. Dulatov. I'm going with Fugit.
Okay.
Fuck it. Fugit. Got it, right? You know what I'm saying? That being said, we can't say that too many times due to YouTube guidelines. We are definitely trying to stay within that and stay monetized. That being said, not yet, my boy, but we're on our way.
No, but right, so that's you're good for now.
So then, fuck it. I guess I'll just say whatever the fuck I want, whenever the fuck I want to say it. And that being said,
Jesus Christ.
Adam motherfucking Fugit's gonna fuck shit up today. Why, you ask? Well, I'll tell you why. Because he's been to the goddamn fucking, not to the dance. I was going to say the dance, but I guess, the dance is kind of like the championship and that sort of thing. He's just been under the fucking bright lights. You know what I mean?
He's never even headlined a card.
He's been doing shit. He's been on a card, my boy.
A headliner?
He's not a headliner, no. But I'm saying, that's why I said not to dance. Like, he's good. You know what I mean? He's been in the game. He's been doing things. And I think again, he's another one of those zombie fighters. You know what I mean? Who just keeps getting it done, keeps fucking, you know what I mean, pushing, keeps working, keeps the volume on his competitor, and that's why he's able to win the fight. And I believe he's going to continue that action. Therefore, he wins. Also, he looks like the dude who's gonna whip an ass if I see two dudes on the street, and it's Dudikova or whatever, Dulev or and him. Go ahead.
Okay. Thanks for that. Real quick to answer Macias Barraza in the chat. Prado already fought. They fought 5 months ago. Literally, the tomorrow will mark 5 months to the day of his last fight. So yeah, shouts out Francisco Prado for fucking, making a quick turnaround. But we're going to move on to the fight. Before that fight, we have a middleweight bout between Eteba Gautier, is what I heard today. We got Robert Valentin going up against him. We got Gautier coming in 1-0 in the UFC, 7-1 overall, and are currently riding a 6-fight win streak. We got Valentin coming in 0-2 in the UFC, 10-5 with 1 no contest overall, and 3-2 in their last 5 fights. My pick's going to be with Gautier by either decision or KO. They're going to be the younger and bigger of the two. A power striker for sure that's probably evolving in their skill set overall, but has just shown to be able to have that knockout ability and get cats out of there fucking super fast. He just needs to keep the fight standing, manage his energy, and, don't allow Valentin to get them to the ground, especially for a long period of time. And, I think that's really the only thing that's a concern because he's not gone to decision, over these last 6 fights that he's had. So, you don't really know where his cardio's at. So after that, if this fight goes into that second half of the second round, potentially, we could see, him potentially see a different side of himself that he hasn't seen yet. Valentin's going to be older by 7 years, smaller, grappler for sure with, some striking, but definitely leans into the grappling. He should have the edge in that department. He's going to definitely want to lean on Gautier, fill those muscles up with fucking blood and lactic acid and shit, and fucking just, have him gassing out, over the course of the fight. So that would be his best route, is to just find ways to wear on his gas tank, not getting long standing exchanges. And he should be good to go. But this has the lookings of a launch pad fight. This definitely has the lookings of a launch pad fight. So, or a mega fraud check if Valentin's able to pull this off. But I'm going with Gautier.
I just gotta say, your breakdown was kind of the same thing. That, I might have a text thread with a woman where I wanna, fill my muscles with some blood.
I knew when he was over there sipping on that beer, brother, there was nothing good about it. He wasn't thinking nothing about it.
That's what you tell a girl? You tell a girl, hey, you want to come over here and fill some of my muscles up with blood real quick?
Until you gas out, girl.
Oh, shit,
He said,
man,
my heart.
You're wildin', bro. Yo, somebody address the chat, bro. I'm out on this one. Y'all are wildin'. I have nothing to say about what you text to the ladies, bro. I never want to know what you text to the ladies. And everyone, your DM should never be leaked, ever. Ever. That's a note to the entirety of the internet.
That's guaranteed.
So
you don't want to open Pandora's box with that one, y'all.
No.
I guess we're gonna talk about this. It's all right. It's on camera. But if I die suddenly, or if I die before you do, just grab my phone and just throw it into a fucking trash compactor or something. You know what I mean? Make it happen, bro. You know what I mean? Do me a solid. You know what I mean?
Oh, for sure.
Because
for sure, I'm gonna do you and the world a solid. This is a two-way street going on here, bro. Yeah, for all of our sakes,
yes.
bro.
Thank you.
All our sakes.
I really appreciate you. See, that's That's a brother right there. You know what I mean?
So I'm going back to the picks. I'm going with Robert Valentine. I don't think. How do you say that?
Gaultier.
Gaultier. I don't think Gaultier is going to have the stamina to withstand a 3-round fight with the high output he's going to be trying to put out there. He's a really muscular fighter, but I have a feeling it's going to be one of those rematches with Walter Walker from last week. You know what I mean, with the submission.
That's the other one that I'm like, fuck. Like, maybe I should have.
Because this dude, Walter Valentine, is not just good on the ground, but he's scrappy standing up.
Yeah.
He's not going to be able to get. He's not going to take a couple punches and his knees are going to buckle. He's going to stand there and throw some shots. He's not going to keep it. He's going to go from the top to the ground to the top to the ground. But eventually, I see him fucking submitting Gaultier. Gaultier only has one way to win this fight, and if he gasses out and blows his wad trying to, test his durability, and they end up going to the ground, that's gonna be a long fight for Gaultier personally. So I took Valentine for the submission, and I think he's gonna be the bigger dog in this fight.
No, that's strong. I like it. I respect it. Ray, get into your pick real quick, and then we'll address the chat. Let's get this fight over with first, bro, because y'all are wilding out in there. But let's just tell us your pick first, and then we'll address what's being said in the chat.
All right. I'm picking Gaultier.
Great.
Let me go
somebody
ahead and
knows
address
you,
what the
bro.
fuck being said in the fucking chat, bro. Bitches don't run from this shit. They run towards it, my boy. You know what I mean? I'm out here fucking killing shit.
Somebody met Ray out on the street, bro.
What's that? Wait. Damn, my shit just changed a little bit.
Oh, shit. I'm dead, bro.
Girl, where's my hug, my boy? That's wild.
My hug is fucking crazy.
I'll be out here, like, give me my dough, like, make it happen, bro. Like, what the fuck are we talking about? Like, this dude is wild, you know what I mean?
The funny part is he ain't chasing you just for a hug either. You better be running.
I'm getting a backwards hug, bro.
Wild.
Yeah.
Oh,
anyway,
shit.
You know what I mean? My bad. I'm not even talking on fucking mic. That's wild, bro. It's wild work, bro. I thought we were cool, man. I'll shout you out. You know what I mean?
Queen Angel.
No. I'm not saluting that shit.
Hey, Big L for Big W from getting away out there from Nasterio Ray. There's not a whole lot of girls who getting away from this dude.
Pause, bro. What the fuck? What a fucking predator, my boy. Like, there's not a lot of girls who can get away from him. He's fast as fuck, boy.
Definitely. Let's make sure, everybody, just so you know, like, all parties consensual.
I believe in consent, folks.
Oh, shit.
He said either we fucking or I'm fucking. Bah.
But somebody's fucking. No, that's again, pause, bro.
Yeah, Bill Cosby. Come on, guy.
Wild as shit. You know what I mean? We're just talking shit, okay?
Yeah, we're just talking shit.
I would just
love everybody
you know.
in the chat. Yeah, I can see you, Cash.
But I just like to let you know, you know what I mean, bro? Talking MMA is this satirical, and we just be talking shit, whatever. That being said, like, none of this shit is like criminal or fucking you know what I mean, legally obligating to me. All right, back to it. I picked the one dude. Go ahead, Cam.
Cool. Real quick. Shouts out to Darren's grandma. You know, I feel like she's watching apparently because Cash Cole just got in the chat and said, "Hey, grandma said don't make fun of my colors." That's all I'm saying, bruh. Yeah, why you always trying to make it something it ain't?
Right.
Yo.
Hey. Shouts out to Darren's grandma.
See?
Shout out.
All right. Moving on, y'all, into the welterweight division. We got a bout between Francisco Prado going up against Nikolai Veredenikov. He's okay. Yep. We'll get to you in a second, Cash Cole. We got Prado coming in. They're 1-3 in the UFC, 12-3 overall, and 2-3 in their last 5 fights. We got Verednikov coming in. They are 0-2 in the UFC, 12-6 overall, and 3-2 in their last 5 fights. I'm going to be going with Prado in this one by either KO or decision. They're going to be the younger and smaller of the two.
Yep.
Well-rounded, but they definitely like their striking. Like that, the record may show a lot of submissions, but as of late, from what I've seen, they really want to just go in there and freaking throw hands. They throw with bad intentions. But in this one, they should look to mix it up, especially if they studied any tape on Verednikov. In his last bout, he was pretty easy to take down and then just got finished, TKO style there. So, yeah, get the fight to the ground and, just manage your energy and be measured. We got Verednikov coming in. Also, super age gap here they're going to be the older of the two by 12 years, bigger in stature, a striker primarily, hasn't really shown much since entering the UFC, and is just most likely going to be searching for a KO and like a fast finish. They're going to be coming out hot and just trying to get this fight over with fast. So outside of like a flash KO, they're going to have to, maybe weather the early storm of Prado, because Prado does have a tendency to, kind of swing themselves out. And, the cardio can be somewhat questionable. But if he's able to manage himself and, just fight a clean fight, I think Prado can get this done, even with still trying to throw bombs. I think that, if he just cleans it up a little bit, he definitely, can still finish this fight. So I'll be going with Prado.
I took Francisco Prado as well. I feel like if he has good range management for this fight, it'll benefit him because he does hit hard enough to put this guy out. It's just a matter of putting the right amount of volume at the right amount of time and not overthrowing or outswinging yourself, you know what I mean, trying to get your lick back on this other fighter, because this other fighter does hit hard, but you're right, he's not nothing flashy. And if it does win, it will be a flashy KO for Verednikov? Verednikov.
Yeah.
But I see Francisco Prado walking away with the dub in this one.
Sure.
Prado's going to win. I just want to let you know, Cash Cole, don't let your mom see this podcast because it's going to be a fucking problem. So enjoy yourself. You can move on.
Jeez Louise.
Asking for it, Cash. You asked for it.
So next up, we have a middleweight bout. Surprisingly on the prelim card, and not even like the premier or featured prelim, but just right up underneath there. And that's grown up talk. So this is somewhat of a grudge match. These dudes actually came across each other after an event in a casino, and I think got some punches off on each other. But yeah, we got a bout between Marvin Vettori going up against Louisiana representative, a guy that I've met in person and teammate of Tuco Tokos, who won last week. Shout out Tuco. Yes, indeed.
We all took that.
Yes, indeed. That was fire. Congratulations on your first UFC win as well. But we got Marvin Vettori going up against Brendan Allen. We got Vettori coming in 9-6 with 1 draw in the UFC, 19-7 with that 1 draw overall, and 2-3 in their last 5 fights.
I think they're both coming off of 2 win-loss streaks right now, aren't they?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yep. We got Allen coming in. They are 12-4 in the UFC. 24-7 overall and 3-2 in their last 5 fights. My pick's going to be with Allen in this one by either decision or submission. They're going to be the younger and bigger of the 2 fighters. Well-rounded, but definitely is going to have the edge in the grappling in this bout. Definitely should mix it up, but try and keep it cleaner than just like trying to, rush to get the fight to the ground. I don't think that they should definitely, stand and try and, trade blows with Vettori, but just don't, blow your gas tank trying to get him to the ground and, choke him out immediately. So I think that, if they can avoid, getting hit by Vettori, cleanly, then they should be able to, even maybe lead the dance in the striking if they keep it at distance and move around the ring and then, kind of, threaten that takedown at least and kind of stifle Vettori's offense. Vettori's going to be the older of the two by a couple years, smaller and well-rounded in their skill set, but definitely kind of leans towards trying to, kind of like get in close, dirty box with you, grind you out more so with like getting you to the ground, but more so just to like gain position to basically control you or, find ground and pound and get you out that way. But the problem is he's going up against Allen, who can then start, threatening those submissions. So I just think he should avoid grappling altogether and just kind of, find a way to point fight, but definitely throw way more volume than he did against Dolidze in his last fight. That shit was terrible. So yeah, he just needs to figure out a way to get back into the win column. I wouldn't even necessarily say search for the finish in this one. Vettori just needs to kind of just fight a smart fight and just keep his spot in the rankings and also just get back into the win column. But I'll be going with Brendan All-In Allen.
I took Brendan Allen as well. Marvin Vettori has a proven chin. He's got a head like a fire hydrant, but there's only so many fights you could win in 5-round fights of getting punched out and freaking then losing. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. He's not a very like a precision striker. I feel like he's like one of those barroom fucking brawls. You know what I mean? That's usually where he has his best outcomes because he could take a lot of punishment, man. I mean, I won't take that from him. But
you talking about Vettori?
Vettori, absolutely. Yeah.
No, definitely.
He could take a lot of punishment. But I think Brendan Allen's going to be able to put on more volume. I mean, it's not going to be a knockout by any means because I don't think he has what it takes to put Vettori out. I think it's going to be more like striking, counter striking, in and out, level changes, going for takedowns. Because Vettori, I mean, he hits all right. I mean, he's nothing spectacular. The best part about him is his chin. And
that's something I kind of didn't really touch on that I probably should have spoke about more. But yeah, this dude literally has fucking like Fantastic Four. You talking about The Thing? Like it's basically that dude fucking on Vittori's body. Like he has that dude's head on his body, and freaking fools just are gonna be it's a rock fucking stone fucking grill, and he just takes punishment. And that's kind of like, if you haven't already mentioned it, yeah, that's how he is able to sometimes gain advantage too. He'll just fucking let people.
If he could put his chin, on the edge of his fucking fist and hit people with that motherfucker, he'd have a better chance of winning. But that's not likely the scenario. What do you think about this, Rick?
I completely agree. Brandon Allen is a beast. He's gonna fucking win, and Victoria does have a fucking chin. You know what I mean? So I don't do. You know what I mean? What's that fucking called? Like I haven't been doing the way to victory bets, but if I had to do a way to victory bet on this particular card, I would do it as a decision with Brendan Allen and Vettori.
Absolutely.
Yeah. If you can't knock the man out and you don't have the submission ability, you know what I mean, to do that, then you're literally just gonna punch the puck out of Homer Simpson.
Sure.
But you're going to have more volume than he has. So that being said, Brendan Allen for the win. And this is a pretty strong one for me, to be honest with you. I think Brendan Allen is pretty solid in this spot.
Absolutely.
So that being said, go ahead, bro.
You good? Mm-hmm. Okay, for sure. Real quick before we get into the featured prelim of the night.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Before we get into the featured prelim of the night, Queen Angel just wanted to let us know that Darren has some white as hell knees. Knees white as hell, apparently. So, you're getting dark,
Hey, sweetheart, what matters is that they're not red, okay? I do my best work on my feet.
Fair point, sir. All right, moving on to the featured prelim of the night. We have a bantamweight fight between Kyler Phillips going up against Vinicius Oliveira. We got Phillips coming in. They're 6-2 in the UFC, 12-3 overall, and 3-2 in their last 5 fights. We got Oliveira coming in. They are 3-0 in the UFC, 22-3 overall, and are currently riding a 5-fight win streak. My pick's gonna be going with Oliveira in this one by either decision or KO. They're going to be the slightly younger and taller of the two fighters, but just less rangy in the reach. They're a dangerous striker with good takedown defense, and they're just going to look to close distance after so long and land nasty strikes, whether it's elbows, flying knees, and just, of course, like just fundamental striking, but definitely using that as a way to close distance and then start landing nasty shit. They got good cardio, but they have to stay measured in their approach. That's the way that they're able to make it to the end of the cards in this one, if it potentially goes to the cards, is they're going to have to stay measured in their approach. They can't start getting too flashy with it, because I have seen them fade as a result of that. Even though they were still able to pull it out, it just, kind of left you on the edge of your seat. So yeah, they should just avoid the grappling of Phillips and just, like I said, just land those nasty strikes in and out, kind of just keep it a distance, circle the cage, good footwork, and they should be good to go. Phillips is going to be slightly older of the two by 1 year, shorter and longer in stature, well-rounded, and definitely mixes it up well. They definitely like to, strike from distance, move around the cage, but then like to close that distance, get you up against the cage and start landing nasty elbows and shit like that. They like to control you, and potentially get you to the ground and then finish it there. But I think that they should definitely lean more into that whole moving around the cage, using their distance and length to keep Oliveira at bay. Because in their last performance against Rob Font, once Rob Font was just kind of marching forward and not really accepting any of the offense that Phillips was putting out, Phillips started to fade real fast and things got dark for him. So, like I said, if Oliveira doesn't get tied up too much with Phillips and is able to close that distance and land nasty shots when he's able to get that opportunity, he should be more than capable of, extending his win streak. I'm going to be going with Oliveira in this one.
I'm taking Vinicius Oliveira as well. He's a great stand-up striker. He's a great counter striker. Kyler Phillips, if he wants any kind of chance to be in this, it's going to be footwork. You're going to need to sell fakes. You're going to need to bait Vinicius into these dog fights and getting him to the ground, getting him comfortable enough to stand up to dog fight you, and level changing and getting him to the ground is probably going to be your, for Kyler Phillips' way of, if he has any chance. But I'm taking Vinicius Oliveira. I think he's got a bigger dog in him, and I haven't seen anybody that could stand up with him yet.
I do want to note that really we may not even get a chance to really see how this fight plays out, because I feel like both these dudes are going to come out strong. I think that's when they do their best work, is in the first round. They both want to try and, assert themselves early on. So we might just see somebody catch something flash and, really not even really get to see the full scope of what these dudes could have done against each other. Who you got, Ray? And then we'll get back to the chat. Yeah. Who are you going with?
I'm going with Vinicius Oliveira. Definitely just the better pick, bro. Kyler Phillips, if you look at his... Kyler Phillips, if you look at his Tapology pick, it looks like a fucking groupie at Burning Man concert. His name is even like very fucking Burning Man fucking. He watches Cheese String Incident and fucking follows him around and fish and shit. You know what I mean? That being said, Vinicius fucking Oliveira for the win. Just a Brazilian fucking dog out there to fucking and shit.
Loke Dog, to be specific. I think that's his nickname. Friggin' Vinicius Loke Dog Oliveira.
Man, have you watched Menace Society? Loke Dog was the fucking best one in the whole shit. I'm with Loke Dog. We're going with Loke Dog. Vinicius, all the better.
All right. Real quick, folks, before we get into the main card, we got a few comments in the chat. JR, shouts out to you. JR wants to know real quick, are we all crying Saturday? You know what? You know, despite the turnout for Dustin Poirier, Max Holloway, you know, win or lose, is it gonna be an emotional moment? Y'all
Ain't no crying in baseball.
y'all gonna shed a tear for our boy Poirier?
Fucking crying for Poirier.
Damn, y'all ain't even gonna like well up during the fucking the tribute fucking video.
No, hell no.
Apparently you are, baby girl. Is that okay? Like, you want me to fucking coddle you now, my boy?
We take cheeks and use tears for lube. All right, we don't need fucking tears over here. Ain't nobody
Real
crying.
shit.
Nobody crying.
Real.
Fucking crying in
bruh.
baseball. Consensually, yeah.
Y'all take the cheeks, all right? The cheeks agree to engage with y'all, and then y'all break the fucking tears out for the loop, which is a wild fucking statement. But yo, we here, ladies and gentlemen. It's Bros Talk MMA.
It's gonna be a monumental moment, though. I mean, people are gonna want to cry. You know what? When we see our heroes, you know what I mean? When we watch them come in and we watch them leave, it's an emotional moment. I'm happy to see the type of career he's had, even though he's never held the belt. To me, he's going to be one of the most winningest champions to never hold the belt. You know what I mean? To me, he was a champion. You know, he's going to walk out. He's going to leave as a champion.
Hey, hot take and unpopular opinion. People don't give fucking much credit to the BMF belt, but I love the BMF belt. I think it fucking truly is like a legitimate title in the sense of just like giving cats who are no longer on that title pursuit an opportunity to still, you know, have stakes and, you know, put some fucking fire behind these fights that may not necessarily mean much in the grand scape of the division.
Okay, let me go ahead and just say a couple different things about that as well to just kind of expand on your point. Nick Diaz created the BMF belt.
Yep.
Facts. He literally just was like, "I'm the baddest motherfucker on the planet," or "I'm the baddest motherfucker in the UFC." You know what I mean? I might be.
He's like, I don't need a title because I'm actively defending my belt right now.
Yeah.
As the baddest motherfucker on the planet.
And then Dana White was like, "That sounds great. Let's fucking do that." That being said, so shouts out to Nick Diaz for creating.
Nate Diaz, but shout out Nick too.
Both.
I got a question. Brothers. Does the BMF belt holder does that fatten your pocket? Is that a bigger bag because you?
Fucking course. You literally get to headline a card.
You know.
Yeah.
So there would be the incentive for me because other than that, the BMF belt, you know what I mean? I mean it's.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you why it's an incentive. I'm gonna tell you why you would love it. Because you were a wrestling fan during the Attitude Era, right?
Sure.
And like, cool, you're the super heavyweight champion of the world. But which belt did you really want? That fucking hardcore belt. The one that was all fucked up and cracked and shit.
Yeah.
And it was like all you did was hit up people with chairs and trash cans and fucking trash lids and fucking random other like tacks and shit. Like that was that's the belt I wanted. I never wanted the other belt. And when I played the video games, what did I fucking always play?
Yeah,
we're gonna beat the fuck out of each other.
Absolutely.
We're gonna bleed today, baby.
Yeah.
Anyway, that being said, that's why the BMF belt is what it is. In addition to that, Gaethje Holloway legitimized it. There was one point where people were like, "This is a stupid belt. Like, why the fuck are we even watching?"
Holloway made over $500,000 off of fighting for the fucking BMF belt, knocking out Gaethje, getting the performance of the night and fight of the night because those dudes fucking dogged it out. Now I think about it real quick, just to expound on this question. First off, you crying? No, you're not crying. You ain't crying.
Hell no.
I'm not gonna cry. Anyway, fucking
I don't believe it.
With oh shit, what was I gonna I'm losing it.
Going and we're gone, guys.
I lost it.
It's all right, baby
We're going
girl.
somewhere, decided not to go.
You know
It
what I mean? Just
happened.
cry a little bit, bro. Cry a little bit. Maybe it'll
Yeah,
come
you
back.
got all
man.
emotional. Hey,
Your emotions.
you hate goodbyes.
You wash it away
You
with
hate
the
goodbyes.
with
I
the
get it.
tears, bro.
I get
That
it.
happens. It's fine,
Yeah.
bro. You know what I mean? Like,
it's gonna be all right. I promise.
it's okay. Like, I mean, the girls I've been with are saying that I'm emotionally unavailable, so you are emotionally available. So good for you, bro. Hey, this is a top 10 pick over here. Like, unfortunately, he's in a relationship, but like, that's why he is, because he's emotionally available.
Yeah. All he's got is. Never mind.
Actually, wait. Before you hand me that, I'm gonna take this one because
Yeah,
I need to
for
know,
real.
bro. Are you?
Yeah, you touched.
Queen Angel said that you peeing too fast to be washing your hands, bro. Which like you're leaving from the couch too fast and getting back here too quick to possibly have washed your hands, bro.
That is mad crazy, my bro. And then second of all, like I don't pee on my hands. Like if you don't pee on your hands, like I'm not saying you don't have to wash your hands. I'm just saying like you don't have to wash your hands crazy, bro. Like I'm not fucking. No, am I scrubbing my hands? Like am I? No, of course not, bro. Like I'm fucking under the water, fucking little soap, boom, done, cool, out there. Let's go.
Physics. Like we just need a little bit of physics.
Please.
What do you mean physics?
Just you know,
Boom.
the frick.
Some friction.
Push the fucking foam. Put your shit in between your hands. Wipe it around a couple times. Put water on it. Boom. Dry it off and come back out here, bro.
Hey, bro, that one's all yours, my G. You
I
can
don't
just
give a
clip
fuck.
it back on. But with that being
What a
said,
savage, bro. Okay.
with that being said, I just did get it back. This is what I want to know, y'all.
Oh, you touched it.
Oh, damn. This is what this is what I want to know, y'all. Is this okay? This I think is the most important question to be asked about this entire card, and I think that we need to answer it. Are we gonna see either Poirier or Max Holloway point down to that fucking canvas at the end of the fight?
Holloway
and
has
these
done
niggas
that-
just throw, and they
don't-
just throw.
I don't. You know what? I think if Holloway was really about that shit, he would have did that with Ilya Taporia when he went out there and did
But
that.
in the first
you
10
can, but you
seconds,
can't
not the
pick.
last.
You can't pick and choose who to do that with, bro. Come
Holloway has done that in multiple fights.
on. No, with Taporia.
No, well,
Taporia
yeah.
walked out and did it. He wouldn't meet him in the middle. He
Bro.
should have at least went out there and gave him a spinning back elbow. Whap!
But
It's like, you know what I mean?
He would have got fucking maxed out.
Right.
Fucking, no pun intended, just way faster than he did in the fight, bro.
Yeah,
That would have been just way faster.
he would have KO'd his ass.
Real quick though, we got a lot. No. We got a lot of chat to go through. Let's go through the chat. So real quick, we got Cash Cole. What recommendations do you think I should do for my podcast for the lighting? Go to Amazon and get you some fucking newer ring lights. That's exactly what I'm working with. You know, they're decent lighting. You can get one. One will be decent enough. I got a few because I was doing them for different things.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to like interrupt you, but when he says newer, because newer just sounds like buy some new ones.
No,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
It's-
No,
there's
the
a
name of the
brand.
brand is NEEWER. You know, they definitely need to throw us a fucking bag for that just now.
Absolutely.
So you know, hey, if you're watching, anybody from Newer, friggin', we could use a sponsorship. You
And
know,
lights.
Brighten my life up.
So yeah, make sure you go to Amazon, find you a few of those. You don't need to get the ones I got necessarily. They're kind of big. Just something to just present good lighting. That's really all you need. Probably only need a couple, maybe. And yeah, definitely that would be the route I would go. You don't even need the ring lights. Sometimes they just got the beam lights. They got even like, you know, light bulbs that you can just plug into your regular lighting to just create a different ambiance. So that would be my suggestion. Anything else, gents, on that one?
No, I think you covered it pretty good.
For sure. Let's see here. I'll cry for my pick on DraftKings. If Poirier loses, I assume is what Cash Cole said. We got JR. He said he'd been my favorite forever. I'm assuming talking about Dustin Poirier. Yeah, legend. Regardless of championship, you know, fucking accolades, a legend. Buddy hella sus for that. I'm guessing they might be talking about me. I don't know. Or they said y'all better scoot to the left. So they probably, you might be the sus one. I'm not sure. Somebody. Yeah, if you're looking at the screen, then we should be moving to the left.
Bro. Oh.
No.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Fuck you, puto. Bitch ass dude.
Damn, and then Queen Angel just read me and just called me out. Said, "No, a guy in the middle is definitely crying."
Poirier.
No, I'm not,
Come
bro.
on, Poirier.
No, I'm not. You're crying.
You crying, bitch. I just got something in my eye, bro.
Fucking crying. Anyway. All right, folks. Much love to the chat, y'all. Real shit. We appreciate y'all tuning in. Once again, like this episode if you haven't already. Like the channel. Subscribe. All that good shit. Back to the card, though. We are approaching the main card. So to start things off for the main card, we have a lightweight bout. We got Michael Johnson going up against Daniel Zellhuber. We got Johnson's record. I almost said Johnson coming in, which anyway.
You kept saying it, bro.
Coming in hot.
15 and 15. 15 and 15 in the UFC. 23 and 19 overall, and 3 and 2 in their last 5 fights. We got Zellhuber coming in 3 and 2 in the UFC, 15 and 2 overall, and 3 and 2 in their last 5 fights. My pick's going to be with Zellhuber in this one by either decision or KO. They're going to be the younger and bigger of the two fighters, a technical striker that can definitely point fight their way to victory or, start to get scrappy, potentially find that KO in there somewhere. A dog fighter for sure, good cardio, but just, has been on the, short end of a couple of decisions. So, yeah, they just need to keep the fight clean, at distance, not get in the pocket with Johnson, which is wild. But, yeah, just piece them up for 3 rounds and, hopefully, really, it's their youth and just like that technique that really take them over the top. We got Johnson coming in 13 years older, smaller of the two, a striker definitely primarily, a little less technical in their approach, and a little, less crisper than Zellhuber, but definitely super experienced, is going to have a wealth of experience over Zellhuber, especially at the UFC level. This is going to be their 31st walk at the UFC level.
He's been around.
Yeah.
He's fought Khabib, he's fought Poirier, he's fought Gaethje, he's fought a lot of guys. I believe he knocked out Poirier, didn't he?
Yeah.
First round?
Mm-hmm. So he likes to fight. He's definitely going to push the pace and the pressure. But he's going to need to get close in this one, make it a little messy, draw Zellhuber more into a brawl rather than, just this, boxing match. Try and rock him. And then hopefully just be able to stay on him throughout that time and, get the decision victory, possibly get a knockout. But I just, the age discrepancy is just a little much for me. And just Johnson, having kind of just been a super vet of the game in the division, lots of tape and, just a lot of exposure to what their weaknesses are. So I just feel like Zellhuber, they need to get back in the win column. They need to just, focus on making sure that the trajectory of their career is on the up and up. So I'm going to be going with Zellhuber in this one by decision.
I took Daniel Zellhuber as well. There's like 3 guys on here that's like 38, 39. Yeah, that's an old age for a fighter. Not taking anything from Johnson. But if this would have been a few years back, 5 years ago, I'd be taking Johnson. Johnson has some boxing.
5 years ago, bro, you were taking Johnson? Like,
I'd be taking Johnson for the win over
how often would you take Johnson, bro? Like a lot or like a little bit of Johnson?
Every time I sit down, I accidentally sit on it, okay? But I'm taking Zell Uber because he's the younger of the fighter. He's a better counter striker, and I just think that Michael Johnson has to make this too ugly of a fight for him to get his meat and potatoes in. You know what I mean?
Nah, real shit.
He does have the power to potentially knock dude out, but yeah, I'm taking Zell Uber, and I'm pretty sure Ray's taking Johnson. Big, heavy, fat Johnson.
No, bro. No, I'm not. Bruh, I'm fucking tired. Like, my fucking guts hurt, bro. Like, that's crazy.
From taking Johnson?
No, like, bro.
Then take Zell Uber then.
I'm gonna take Zell Huber. Jesus Christ, bro. You guys are killing me right now.
His last name is horrible.
It is horrible, bro. Like, you could have just said Michael, bro. You could have said, I'm taking Michael.
Mikey.
You know what I mean? Like, I think Michael will win, bro. Like, you just kept saying Johnson, you're going to take it, and you're going to take it hard, and take it good, and all those things. I don't know, bro. Like, anyway.
Hey, yo. You got to pick, bro.
It didn't get zesty till you came in here.
You got to pick.
My pick is Zal Huber. Zal Huber is going to win. Zal Huber, Michael Johnson's just not, his chin is trash. He's old. He's been doing this for a long time. You know what I mean? He's not fucking, who's our guy? What's our old guy? Jim Miller. He's not Jim Miller, bro. Michael Johnson is not Jim Miller. You know what I mean? And that being said, you got to go with Daniel Zal Huber. So, Zal for the win. Feel free to Zal me some money if you want to. And that being said, Zal me, Uber me, something, you know what I mean?
Some Johnson.
Dickhead. That's good. Good move. Hey, bro, you got to get it back, bro. Like, I get it. I understand it. I understand it, bro. Like, you said some wild shit, bro. Like,
Zeller, Uber him some Johnson.
Hey, yo. Real quick, before we move on to the next fight, we got Matua, longtime viewer. Shouts out to you in the chat. Well, you might not want to shout them out quite yet. Matua said the dude in the white shirt is pre-diabetic, speaking of meat and potatoes.
goddamn.
Pre-diabetic means I don't have it, so thank you.
You're on your way.
He also said, pause on taking Johnson. Michael is coming off of a big win. And then he also said, Michael talked some big stuff at the presser. He sounds focused. Okay, for sure. Zal Huber looked like a fake human being. That's fucking hilarious. Oh, shit.
No, real talk though. I think the beef comes more from Zell Uber kind of disrespectfully, like discrediting anything Michael Johnson has done. He just doesn't give him any respect for being his opponent.
When the youngins start, talking like friggin', these dudes aren't, long-standing veterans for a reason, that's what leaves them open to potentially get humbled, and it's nasty work when it happens.
Makes for a good fight though.
Yeah, no, definitely. All right, folks, moving on. We have the next fight on the main card. We have a featherweight bout between Dan Ige going up against Patricio Pitbull. We got Ige coming in. They are 11-8 in the UFC, 19-9 overall, and 2-3 in their last 5 fights. We got Pitbull coming in 0-1 in the UFC, 36-8 overall, and 2-3 in their last 5 fights. I'm going to be going with Ige in this one by either decision or KO. They're going to be the younger and slightly taller of the two, with a significant reach advantage in this fight. Well-rounded, but, is definitely going to be looking to make this mostly a striking affair. They definitely have more UFC experience and the stronger resume of the two fighters. They should just look to mix it up, put the pressure on Pitbull, and they just, as long as they remain measured and don't get too overzealous and looking for a finish of some sort or whatever, I think they should be able to just take this to the cards and win. You got Pitbull coming in. They are the older of the two, slightly shorter in stature, reach advantage, or they got the super reach disadvantage. Well-rounded in their skill set, but really my hesitance towards picking them, which I'm sure they've gotten over it at this point, but they totally froze in their debut. Like their last fight against Yair, like literally it was crazy. Like they just stood there and just like stepped forward with their hands up, but literally threw no offense, and it just felt like the moment got to them, and they realized like, okay, there is a level up from this, even though I'm a multiple champion from probably like, one of the second better organizations at the time, when they were on their run, and just having been a big name outside of the cage, UFC wise for so long, I felt like they probably thought that they'd be able to just transition right over, and really it didn't happen for them. So that's kind of what got me hesitant to pick them. Whereas Dan Ige, this is going to be another night at the office. Dude came off of the couch against a guy and fucking took him to decision. So definitely got to go with Dan Ige in this one.
I'm going with Dan Ige as well. Patricio Pitbull, I think he got into this a little bit too late. You know what I mean? Maybe 5-6 years ago, he was a little bit more faster and polished of a fighter. But right now, there's a lot of guys in the UFC at his weight class that can do what he do. So personally, I think Dan Ige is going to probably stand up and give him what he wants. And, making an exciting fight. Don't get me wrong, this is an exciting fight. I think Patricio Pitbull has what it takes to stand up. I don't think he's going to beat Ige, but he's definitely going to make it a fight. So my pick is Dan Ige.
Hell yeah. I'm going to give him what he wants. Yeah, okay. Dan Ige for the win. Patricio Pitbull, like, I think he's just overhyped, bro, to be honest with you. He's coming from a lesser fucking org, right? That's a great way to put it. He's coming from a lesser org, like, yes, he's a knockout artist. He does do shit. He fucking makes shit happen. But he is not going to do that to Dan Ige. Dan Ige is getting ready to fucking monster this dude up. Beat the shit out of him. Again, if I see these two dudes on the street and they're getting ready to fight, Dan Ige beats the fuck out of fucking Patricio Pitbull. And that is the bottom line. Because Rey Mysterio said so.
I like that.
I like that breakdown, Ray.
Real quick, shouts out Matu in the chat. Excellent fight. Don't know who to pick. Pitbull got to do more in the beginning because they dragged their feet in their fight against Yair for sure. Definitely, like that shit was it was bad. That fight was really bad, and it just put a super sour taste in my mouth. No, pause, whatever. And then before that, Queen Angel said Zal Huber looks like a me character, but I think they may have said like a we character. But if you meant what you said, then fill us in on the me.
Characters are me's. They call them me's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
the little avatars, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, shouts out everybody in the chat. Much love.
I'm a game nerd.
You're a game.
You're what?
What?
I said a game nerd.
Okay. Hey, if you heard what we heard in the chat, make sure to go ahead and put that in the chat. Moving on to the next fight, it's going to be the featured bout on the main card. We got a welterweight fight between Kevin Holland going up against Daniel Rodriguez. This is actually one that's been a long time coming. These dudes were supposed to fight back when Khamzat Chimaev and Nate Diaz were going to fight. And then that whole situation happened where they had this, exchange out.
It was the weight cuts. Chimaev was like 10 pounds overweight.
So Holland moved up. Daniel Rodriguez ended up fighting Li Jiang or something. Jiang Li. Yeah, Li Jiang. And, and then I think they may have tried to rebook it one more time after that, or maybe one time before that. And Holland got injured and had to withdraw. So, anyways, this fight's finally happening. We got Holland coming in 15-10 with 1 no contest in the UFC, 28-13 with that 1 no contest overall, and 3-2 in their last 5 fights. We got Rodriguez coming in. They are 9-4 in the UFC, 19-5 overall, and 2-3 in their last 5 fights. I'm gonna be going with Holland in this one by decision or KO. They're gonna be the younger of the two by 6 years, bigger and significantly longer with their reach, well-rounded, but definitely prefers to strike. They're super active. Just fought last month. They look to be taking things more serious. It seems like now that they've been able to string a couple victories together, that they realize, and also just like take themselves more seriously in the grappling department and not just, kind of just give up if somebody decides that that's their approach primarily, and, kind of just get, jaded by the situation because there isn't more striking going on. Like, seems like he's just like ready to take the fight wherever it needs to go, and he'll be ready now more so than back in the day when it felt like he was just, taking a fucking paycheck. I feel like, with the reach advantage, he should definitely be able to keep things at distance. And he's going to have an unorthodox striking style compared to Daniel Rodriguez. So I just feel like he should be able to throw a little bit more, just like different looks at him than what he's used to. And, unless Rodriguez initiates the grappling, I just don't see this going to the ground at all. No. So as long as he just avoids getting into the pocket with Rodriguez, I think that he'll be good to go. Rodriguez is going to be the older of the two, smaller, a striker primarily. He's making a quick turnaround as well after 2 months. He's on a 2-fight win streak, so he's feeling good about himself. Excited about this fight in his own words because he knows that these two are just going to, kind of stand there and, go blow for blow. But I just feel like his best route to victory is clipping Holland. Outside of that, I just don't see him winning like a point fight against Holland. And given the bigger threat, I'd say Holland has the better chance of like actually finishing the fight. So I'm going to be going with Holland in this one.
So, unpopular pick, I went with D-Rod. I feel like Daniel Rodriguez.
Like, you went with the Rod? Like, you like the Rod? Like a D-Rod, bro?
I'm telling you.
We ain't never going to make it out this
I'm just asking, like, you like D and Rod form.
D and Rod form?
Yo, let's keep going, bro. Like, you need to quit.
No. I don't eat the Snickers upside down to fill the vein on my tongue like you do. Okay?
All right.
Hey, but you might eat the Snickers on your pillow in a fucking prison situation. Okay? I don't know, bro. Hey.
Come on, man. We got to stay on track, y'all.
Daniel Rodriguez, I feel like Kevin Holland, he has a real mental issue as far as like when he starts getting beat down in a fight, he accepts the loss too easily. And I feel like in the past, from him just taking these fights for money, the way Hamzat put him out, you know what I mean? Like I just feel like if D-Rod puts enough volume on him, there is a potentially chance that he's going to quit inside of his head, and it doesn't take much to get Holland there. If he's outclassed or out-physicaled or, you know what I mean, out anything that he's losing with, I feel like his mindset starts to deteriorate, and I don't see him finishing Daniel Rodriguez.
Yeah. No,
my picks with Daniel Rodriguez.
I completely understand your pick, and I completely understand, not believing in Kevin Holland. I'm going to say this, actually, that fucking... Fuck you guys. Anyway, that was good shit. Anyway, Cameron actually talked me into the Kevin Holland pick, because I was gonna go with D-Rod.
Don't use my government on camera for Utica.
Undeniably.
Oh, here we go.
The ickiest cat in town definitely told me that I should fucking go with Kevin Holland. And I kind of had to agree, right? What? What? No, wait. What was that? What was that? What was that there, Darren?
I was like, that was Utica.
Yeah, Utica. Yeah. But that being said, I like D-Rod in this. Daniel Rodriguez in this situation, because he is like
He is the harder hitter of the two.
He is, and you know what I mean. He is the power puncher. He is the haymaker of the two. Kevin Holland is a more well-rounded striker, more well-rounded MMA fighter. But Kevin Holland, as you guys have both even attested to, can, you know what I mean, show up with no heart. You know what I mean? Cameron, you to the T, like young fucking, you know what I mean? Young dark part of our Oreo right now. You know what I mean? Is like, hey, bro, Kevin Holland. Kevin Holland is his focus. He's dialed in, and that's the part I want to talk about. It's like, this dude, fucking really does believe that, like, he's very, very dialed into that, and I kind of have to agree.
You can't pick and choose when to dial in, though. You got to be dialed in every fight, or else you show me that potentially, like, when your head's not in it, you're not dialed in. And that was my opinion on it, because you can't just pick and choose. Either you're a dog or you're not. You know what I mean? No matter what you're up against.
And I agree with that, but I think Kevin Holland has, for too long, been a gatekeeper, because he is the gatekeeper for the welterweight division for sure.
Absolutely.
And I think he's done with it.
I think same thing with Dan Ige at this point. You know what I mean? He's keeping a lot of people out of that top 10.
And I think he's done with it. I really think, like, his last two fights, he was locked the fuck in. He was ready to fucking whip those dudes' asses. And he fucking did do that shit. And hopefully, right, that's 2 out of all the fights he's ever had. Because, like, he's obviously been in literally 50 fights, I think, at this point. Or close to 50. You know what I mean? He's locked in now. And that's kind of sad. But he's not going to get a title by any means. But I think he's locked in the fact that, like, he needs to, like, make the best of what he's got left. And so Kevin Holland for the win. Sorry, Daniel Rodriguez. I think you take an L here.
I actually think that Holland, because of his service to the company and, you know, just being willing to have done everything that he's done and stuff like that, I actually believe if he's able to string maybe 1 or 2 more together, he could potentially get a title shot, depending on who's holding it at that time. Just because, you know, he's a fan favorite. Friggin', he's done more than his fair share of favors, and, like, you know, he's taking it more serious. So I think if he's expressing that to the UFC, that, like, hey, I'm willing to, you know, start to take that trek to the title, if he hasn't already said that, I think, you know, he's only like 2, maybe at most 3 away to get a shot.
You need to answer the chat, bro.
For sure. Okay, so we got fucking
No, we already went down that.
Okay, so yeah. Let's see. Holland can be a contender. Shouts out Matua. Holland can be a contender again if he stays consistent. Definitely. I think that's kind of what we all believe here right now. Holland, the illest gatekeeper, like, definitely, you know, I kind of feel like that's slightly disrespectful to call him a gatekeeper, but I get it because he's never really
you
put
just
himself.
fight for money, that's about all you are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can't, I want to dispute it, but I can't,
right?
You know, so I have to accept that.
Absolutely. There's just a different pedigree of fighters when you have a guy fighting for a title that refuses to lose, as opposed to a guy that's fighting for, you know, gatekeeping, you know what I mean, duties, to where you know you're going to lose. If you lose, you're still going to get your bag. You're still going to get another fight down the road. So I think the mindset's just different in these guys.
No, I feel that. Matua says Ige, Holland, and Cannonier are some of the strongest gatekeepers we have in the UFC. I would go on to say, after last week, you got to throw Derek Lewis up in that piece.
Absolutely.
That shit was nasty
Absolutely.
work last week. Shit. So yeah, I mean, definitely Kevin Holland, if he puts it all together, this should be, a easy win for him. But like you said, if there's any sort of like, adversity.
If he's getting the lesser of the exchange standing up, and he takes him to the ground, and he's not advancing anything but just wearing on Daniel Rodriguez, he's happy with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
He is. He'll accept that for 3 rounds if you let him. I don't think D-Rod's going to let him, though.
Okay. All right, folks, moving on to the co-main event of the evening. We have a middleweight matchup between Paulo Costa going up against Roman Kopylov. We got Costa coming in. They are 6-4 in the UFC, 14-4 overall, and 1-4 in their last 5 fights. We got Kopylov coming in. They are 6-3 in the UFC, 14-3 overall, and 4-1 in their last 5 fights. My pick's going to be with Kopylov in this one by either decision or KO. They're going to have the longer reach. These two are going to be the same age, so Kopylov's going to have the longer reach. He's going to be slightly shorter of the two. A dangerous technical striker that can, make finishes present themselves over, the course of the fight, just by being that good. He can point fight, but like I said, he lands nasty shit that, can start opening things up. But in this fight, he would probably just want to opt to keep it clean and at distance and avoid any long-standing exchanges with Costa, especially in the pocket, because Costa is a power striker. Costa's going to be the slightly taller and less rangy of the two, but he's a power striker who likes to throw bombs. But really, what's surprising about him, too, is that he can throw a lot of volume, too, as the fight goes on. He has nasty leg kicks, but he's just not as technical or crisp as Kopylov's going to be in this fight. He marches forward, can take one to give one for sure. He's a dog fighter, and but when it really comes down to, he's just somewhat one-dimensional. He's limited in his arsenal. So he's going to need to close distance, use the leg kicks to try and, slow Kopylov down to try and be able to trap him. And the only other thing is he's a big dude that makes it down to that 185 frame. So, definitely he's going to need to want to get things done early on, or else biology is going to state he's going to start slowing down as the fight goes, and then Kopylov's just going to be able to kind of just piece him up to a decision victory. But yeah, I'm going with Kopylov. Who we got?
I'd take Roman Kopylov as well. I think he has the better striking. Costa's older now. I don't think he's as dangerous as he used to be. Not like he was dangerous when he fought Izzy or anything, but I feel like Kopylov is coming forward with he's going to take the center of that fight and he's going to move forward. Paulo Costa's not a high IQ fighter, so he's going to either try to move forward with them or try to move around, move to the side, but he's definitely not going to. I don't see Costa trying to counter-strike, because that's what's going to get him a W in this fight if he was able to do it. But I don't think. He hits hard, but he doesn't hit as hard as Kopylov. I think Kopylov's the harder hitter. He's a more polished fighter as far as striking. Paulo Costa may get him on the ground and try to do some damage there, but I don't see Costa taking the center of that stage.
Yeah, I feel you. Who you got, bro?
Man, fuck the chat, bro. I think he just said something about my jeans, like my jean shorts. You know what I mean? I got these jorts on, my boy. You know what I mean? Hey, these are old school as fuck, bro. These are mad old, bro, to be honest with you.
Jeans at a gas station is what he said.
Bro, solid. You know what I mean? I did not buy him in the gas station, but...
jeans off a scratch off.
Bro, funny as fuck. I'm gonna tell you, hey, go fuck yourself, because these are fucking retro. These motherfucking vintage jeans, my boy. These are vintage fucking Carl Kanai. You little niggas don't even know about this shit, bro. So, there's that. And then B, I'm gonna tell you that I'm taking Kopylov. Kopylov is going to go ahead and give Paulo Costa a fucking run for his money. Like, not even a run for his money. He's going to whip his ass. And that's done. It is what it is. And, yeah. At least they're called Kunai, my boy. It's a real fucking thing, my dog. Real shit. Bro.
Owning them for 12 years doesn't make them vintage.
Yeah, it does, bro. What the fuck? Carl Kanai literally came like that. Like, look that shit up. I want you to fucking like do that. Do the work, bro. Do the work.
We're almost there, bro. Let's stay focused.
No, fuck you. Don't tell me to stay focused. Fuck that. You know what I mean? These Carl Kanais is mad vintage, bro. Mad solid.
He's wearing a Z Cavalry.
I bought him before Iverson was on the Nuggets, my dog. Before that, bro. Like, these shits is mad old, bro. Like, old as fuck. Yeah, I've had them in my closet, and I busted them out. Okay? I appreciate it. I appreciate you recognizing that they're old, bro. You dirtbags. All you guys is fucking dirtbags, bro. Anyway, bro, like, why do we got a whole ass dirtbag community just out here just talking shit about my jorts? You know what I mean? They're shorts, but they're jeans. They're jorts, my boy. Anyway.
Out Matua.
They're shaggings.
Bet. Same shit. Whatever, though. That being said, Kopylov beats Paulo Costa. Paulo Costa is going to gas. That's what's going to fucking happen. Kopylov is going to keep putting fucking work on this dude all day, every fucking day. And Paulo Costa does have the harder hands, the heavier hands, in my opinion. But as long as Kopylov does not get caught by that, he wins. So, Kopylov for the win. We're going to move to the next fight.
All right. There you go.
Well, maybe you need to use both of them. Yeah.
Moving on to the main event of the evening. You gotta keep this one. I'll keep this one. Real quick, before we move into the main event, Matua says, I got Costa because he was coked out at the presser or had to pee really bad. They were saying he was acting wily at the press conference. That's fucking funny.
Fucking, wait. Fucking Queen Angel, he's like, I'm a teenage dirtbag. Bet. Sounds like it, you fucking troll. But, hey, I appreciate you being part of the chat, my boy.
Thank you for being in the chat.
Yeah. Much love to the chat, y'all. Now, once again, moving on to the main event of the evening. I know you like that. I ran that one back. I know you did.
Solid.
We have the BMF title on the line at the 155-pound weight class, lightweight division. This is going to be the third installment of a fight that Dustin Poirier has already won 2 times before in 2 different weight classes. The only significance of this one is that it will be his last fight, potentially in his career, going out, in front of his home state, and putting on a show. And basically the reason why the UFC even considered even going to New Orleans, apparently they weren't on the docket at all for somewhere that they were going to make a destination. But with all that said, we got Max Holloway going up against Dustin Poirier for the last time potentially, literally in this saga and in Poirier's career. We got Holloway coming in 22-8 in the UFC, 26-8 overall, and 8-2 in their last 5 fights. We got Poirier coming in. They are 22-8 with 1 no contest in the UFC, 30-9 with that 1 no contest overall, and 2-3 in their last 5 fights. I'm gonna be going with Poirier in this one by either decision or KO. They're gonna be the older of the 2 by 3 years, shorter, but with the longer reach, well-rounded. But I think we all know that this is going to be a striking match. There's not even going to be the potential for Poirier to jump to Gilly. Like, this is literally just going to be, a boxing match primarily. And in this match, he's definitely going to hold the edge and the power. He can throw volume and, really at this stage, okay, he faced Holloway early on in his career, you know, pretty much in the middle and like maybe like the prime of his career. And now they're at the end of each other's career with Holloway. Definitely he's going to, you know, move on and still fight. Whereas Poirier, he's going to have something that's going to be really interesting to pull him off the couch, you know, after this one. But, yeah, so I just don't know how much difference they could have had since their last fight. Like, how is this going to play out much differently except for that Max Holloway is going to actually have a full camp at 155 as opposed to showing up on short notice and having to build into that frame, you know, quickly. Outside of that, skill set wise, I just don't know where there's, you know, a difference maker. I think that Poirier is going to match the volume output and land the more impactful shots. You know, as long as he just doesn't leave himself out too open, everything should be good. I think my only concern is that he's the only one flirting with retirement at this point. So, you know, whether or not he's fully invested to just, you know, it's very important for him to go out on top. I don't know. We got Holloway coming in, the younger and taller of the two, less rangy, an elite striker with the edge and the speed in this bout, but I just don't think he has the power even having the full camp under his belt. You know, so like I said, I just don't really understand what he could do much better at this point. So, you know, people are going to give him the fight over Gaethje, but you know, really, he was whooping Gaethje's ass that entire time and then put him on his pockets, you know, just as like kind of like a ceremonial fucking, let's just put a fucking cherry on top of this one. But that doesn't mean that he has power, especially the type of power to put away Poirier. So at the end of the day, I'm going with Poirier to, you know, end his career on a high note, you know, give the fans something super fucking exciting to see and something to go home on a high note with. And, you know, just, yeah, it's going to be an incredible night. Either way, it's going to be a great fight. But I'm going to be going with Poirier in this one. I'm not even going to say that this is like more so a heart pick than, you know, just a smart pick. I just truly believe Poirier got Holloway's number. So that's what I got.
I'm taking Poirier as well. Let me just say something that needs to be said, okay? Max Holloway and Justin Gaethje, that knockout, exhaustion had more of an effect of why that happened than Max Holloway punching Justin Gaethje out.
Exactly.
It was more exhaustion than the fucking finish, okay?
And it was Holloway giving Gaethje one last chance.
Absolutely.
You know, I've been working you this whole fight, but you know what? I respect you and fucking, we're both warriors. Let's fucking settle this in this.
He made it look like he could beat him at his own game, which, you know what I mean? I'm not taking nothing away from Holloway. He did knock him out, but, I mean, let's be real. Like, exhaustion is why that happened. It's not like Ilya Taporia, you know what I mean? It's obvious why these people were dropping. But I went with Poirier myself. I think Poirier is the bigger dog in the fight. I like Max Holloway. He's a death by 1,000 cuts. He's going to sit there and try to put on a lot of volume. I think Poirier has a harder hitter, has a cleaner boxing, better dirty boxing, and I think you know, when it gets down to it, if he's really getting, you know, if you're putting an ass whooping on Poirier and he starts feeling like he's losing, he's gonna sit there and he's gonna try to dog it out. He's gonna sit there and try to put his punch power against yours, and if you accept the challenge, you're gonna end up like Benoit Saint Denis. And so that's my pick. I'm going with Poirier. I think Max Holloway could potentially win this fight, of course. I just think that if it's going to finish under anything not a decision, it's going to be Poirier's advantage. And I hope he just doesn't jump the ghillie and gas his arms out and, you know, make it hell for him for himself for 5 rounds.
Nah, I don't see it.
Yeah. Sorry.
Grab your mics.
Yeah, sorry. You know what I mean?
Go ahead.
Let me go ahead and just state some things. This fight is my favorite matchup of the year. It is nastier than motherfucking Queen Angel's mom on her way to my house. Ooh. This matchup is nastier than Wait, give me a second. Let me find it.
Then the two bums making love. I stepped over, walking over here.
Ooh, let's see. I'm gonna let Cash Cole live, bro. I want to say some shit about him.
Let
But
him
like,
live another day. Let him live another day.
I'm gonna let him live, bro. I'm gonna let you live, bro. Any buns coming over my house? This couch. Sorry, you're sitting on it, my bro. Will get smashed, and they're gonna be smashed repeatedly. That being said, we'll get past
Consensually.
that.
Consensually.
But also repeatedly,
Respectfully.
respectfully, of course. Well, whatever. It's Max Holloway. It's motherfucking Dustin Poirier, bro. I love this fight. I think it's one of the best fights of the year, bro. Like it's the card is good. They're good. If you're not a casual, the card is good.
Absolutely.
If you're a casual, you're like, what the fuck? Like, this card sucks. But
For being these two guys at towards the end of their career, they both are in really good shape for some destruction.
yeah, they are not Jordan on the Wizards. They're fucking just very good. You know what I mean?
Thank you, Cam, for washing your hands.
Oh yeah, good job washing your hands there, bug.
Touch your faces, you know?
Oh, shit.
Hey, but I'll tell you this. But check this out. It
Disrespect
did
is
smell
real.
like eucalyptus, right? Like,
Yeah.
Because that's my. I wash with eucalyptus, motherfuckers. Like, that's my fucking hand soap.
That's Ray's new
Bitch
word.
ass dude. You know
just
what
learned
I mean? Like,
eucalyptus.
whatever. Anyway. You mean I wash with koala fucking skins?
You don't want to do that. We'll have that. We'll save that for another conversation. I just learned some strange information about some koala bears.
Koalas are fucked up, bro. Anyway, bro, I'm going with against the
Shout
two
out Queen
bros
Angel.
to the. I'm not sure what side you guys see them on, but they're to the right of me. I think, yeah, to the right of me. Max Holloway for the win. Let's go Hawaii, stand up. You know what I mean? Hey, my boy Caleb Kai, I'm just gonna tell you, I'm going with your dog. You know what I mean? We out here doing it. Dustin Poirier has beat the shit out of fucking Max Holloway 2
Real
times.
quick, for those in the chat who wanted to know what the picture looks like, you know, we out here in Denver, Colorado, so, you know,
sir.
gotta show love for the fucking town one time.
Real shit.
Poirier's beating up Max Holloway in front of his fucking kid again. I'm calling it.
Damn.
Bro, no.
Damn.
Max Holloway is going to stand up, bro. Max Holloway is, as he said when he did the fucking no-look fucking punch, he's the best boxer in the UFC.
That was with
And-
Calvin Cater,
Yeah.
not Dustin Poirier though.
You right. He ain't going to do that shit
I
again.
dare him to look away from Dustin
He's
Poirier.
not going to do that. He's not going to
So
do that.
some of them cam jabs, you know what I mean?
Oh,
them cam jabs.
I thought we almost made it. I thought we was gonna make it without bringing that back up again.
Oh, my bad.
Damn.
I'm bringing up
And
all
let
this
me
shit.
say this real quick. Let me say this. I watched that shit back, and that was highly overblown. That shit was blown way out of proportion. It's obvious that those were some definite, just like, you know, demo jabs. I was just throwing some demo jabs.
Those
out
jabs
there.
were coast to coast.
That was supposed to be. That was supposed to be from Steve Garcia's angle.
Hey, you remind me of Trey from Menace to Society. You know,
Yo, Wiley.
boys in the hood. Boys in the hood.
You guys knocking out kids?
Yo, Wiley.
Yeah, bro. Please.
Yeah.
Matt, look that shit up, bro.
Utica Gooden Jr.
Oh, my God.
Oh no! We don't. I don't want that on my jacket, dog. Cuba is on record for doing some wild shit out in these streets. I'm good, dog.
Oh, shit.
I'm good.
My man's ditty free, I promise.
Well, folks, real quick, I want to take this time, y'all. Salute to Dustin Poirier, y'all, for an illustrious career. You know, win or lose. Shouts out for just providing us with, you know, fucking must-see fights over the course of your career. Never in a boring fight.
Yeah.
Shouts out to fucking New Orleans and Louisiana for hosting this event. You know, beautiful, once again, beautiful state, beautiful city, super lit, you know. So I can only imagine fight week has to be fucking dope as fuck out there right now.
I think right now they're on a flood watch, to be honest with you.
Ah, well, also sending our love, you know,
Yeah, good luck with
in the
everybody
event.
and anybody dealing with trials and tribulations with this shit.
We got any parlays, gentlemen? I hit my 3-leg. I just want y'all to know, just to know.
I got
hit my 3-leg parlay. I didn't hit anything after that, but my 3-leg was solid.
Okay,
I
I'm
got
gonna let the parlay babies do their parlays as they want, and then the parlay god will show the fuck up. You know what I mean?
So if I had to pick my parlays,
Anyway,
I'm going with Dustin Poirier because he is the underdog in this. I think I took Valentine, as he's an underdog as well. And you want to get jiggy with that. Put your what's her name? Nicole Cagliari. Cagliari. That would be my 3-leg parlay. Also, I was gonna say from here on out, when we start hitting our legs on our parlays, we'll start getting them on our hats. 3-legged champ, 5-legged champ. But hey, chat, shout out if you got a win on your DraftKings, send it in. Show us proof, and we'll get you a merch hat claiming your claim to fame. 3-legged legend, 4-legged legend, whatever it is. We'll get you shouted out so you can walk around repping what you stepping.
Bro, yeah, this nigga's gonna pay for that shit, bro. I ain't fucking buying you some ass.
By what?
I mean, I'll throw a couple dollars, I guess.
Hey, if you were securing them parlays, what does it matter?
My bro, let me please humble you for just a moment. I am the one man that has ever hit an entire card parlay. I'm not saying I'm not the only man, but like I'm the only man that motherfuckers know that turned like a $5 parlay into 3 racks. I'm good. I know what the fuck I'm doing. You know what I mean? Not all my parlays hit. That's just disclaimer. But I'm pretty motherfucking good. That being said, Cam, do you have a parlay that you would love to try or attempt or something along the lines?
Some money
Yeah.
trying to make, bro?
No, for
Sure,
sure.
brother,
So,
sure.
you know, this is going to be another solid 3, base 3 parlay right here, 3-pick parlay. We're going to start things off with Gautier. We're going to add Ige into that. And then we're going to end it off with Kopylov. So that's definitely like, you know, the safest bet of my parlays. If you want to add an extra leg, you can go ahead and spice it up with a Kevin Holland pick. If you want to make it extra spicy, you can go ahead and throw Poirier on top of that. And then if you want to shit your pants on the evening, ladies and gentlemen, then you could put Nicole Cagliari on there. You know, that's going to be some good underdog money between them and Poirier. So, yeah. But definitely go for that base 3 if you can, if you want to be a little more reserved. But, yeah, those are my parlays. To get into the chat real quick.
I don't even get to do my parlays before you get in the chat. Fuck
Oh,
that.
my bad, bro.
Damn,
Shit,
you know,
you shitted on us so bad. I forgot that you
I'm
even
the parlay
did parlays. You
god, my dog.
Okay.
How do you forget about the parlay god?
Shit, bro.
That's why your parlays is not gonna hit, my G.
Okay. My bad.
Anyway, there's a lot of fucking air in the parlay god's gut. That being said,
Lord parlay.
I have a 3-pick parlay. That's it. 3. Boom. Because they gonna win, bruh. First one, Dan Ige. Second one, Vinicius Oliveira. Third one, Brendan Allen. Call the police because I'm stealing money from the motherfucking bank. I'm that good. I'm out here just robbing the goddamn fucking DraftKings fucking bank account. So, that being said, that's what I got. Go ahead and now you can do all your extra shit, random shit.
Okay.
Shit does not whatever.
So first off, shouts out to the entire chat: Cash Cole, Matua, Manu Fernandez, Queen Angel, and JR. We really appreciate y'all. Queen Angel said Ray asking people to Zell him. He ain't got no merch money.
No, damn, nah, bro, nah. That's not what it is, bro. Yeah, it made me like spit up a little bit. Like, man, fuck that shit. You know what I mean? That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, like, well, fuck you, bro. Anyway, merch money, bet. Okay, we're gonna make merch now. Now, apparently, I gotta buy you guys shit because you listen to me and you make money, and then they're like, oh, you should probably give us some fucking shirts or hats and shit. Good job, Darren.
I have no problem investing in the people that invest in me.
There we go, folks. We got Matua. Yeah, we don't know if it's Nicole Cagliari. If you got calamari.
Oh shit.
California. I don't know, bro. Yeah, we got hey, Matua said that you could, what about Lord Parlay? Lord Parlay. But then he also said he noticed how you tried to nerf that burp, and that shit wasn't happening.
Bro, I didn't. Yeah, man, fucking burp has got like put that shit all the way out there. I'm gonna tell you this. Okay, so I've been hit on my parlays back in the day, and like, homie, I'm gonna shout him out. You know what I mean? Milo, motherfucking. Like, I'm not gonna say his last name. You know what I mean? We ain't trying to put him on the web like that, but.
Salute.
Young Milo told me, he was like, hey, bro, like, I bet on that parlay, or I bet on this parlay, whatever. He was like, you're no longer the parlay god. I am the parlay